Now, ever since the introduction to Mega Evolutions in Generation 6, Pokemon X and Y, there have been some interesting Pokemon that gain benefit to these said Mega Evolutions. And now, today I'm making a top 10 list of the best Mega Evolutions from Generation 6 onwards, and pretty soon there might be some controversial ones, but hear me out. Starting the list, we've got Mega Venusaur at number 10. Now, Venusaur makes this list due to its ability Thick Fat. Now, if your Pokemon fans do not know what Thick Fat is, let me break it down for you. Thick Fat is an ability. If you get hit by fire or an ice type move, you would take half damage from it. Now, from a Pokemon that has a weakness to these types, would it just take neutral damage? I think so. But also, when it Mega Evolves, it turns into a major tank due to the fact that it gains a whopping increase to its defense and special defense. And it turns into a real monster with its special attack increase. Now, don't get me wrong. I would love to have one of these Pokemon types. Like you take less damage from a super effective type, but there are some other Pokemon that will literally still mollywop you. And you know what? I would not risk having him. Sorry. Now, this Pokemon can also have various strategies from Leech Seed and Stun Spore, gaining health as well as Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, that sort of thing. But if you're out against a fire and ice type, why would you have that out in the first place? Do you not know your Pokemon typings? Like, what? Okay, moving on to Mega Audino at number 9. You're both saying, what? Mega Audino makes this list? Just hear me out. Audino was introduced in Generation 5, and it's been a real letdown because it's only used as a healer, and really, in game, you can just go to Pokemon Center. And still, even now, in competitive, you could just use any other healers or Chanseys, which are much, much better than Audino. But Mega Audino makes this list due to the fact that when it Mega Evolves, it gains. It's a very bulky Pokemon. It's a very bulky Pokemon in defense and special defense. Plus, also has a base HP of 103, which may not sound a lot, but it might come in to save you. But when it has an increase in special defense or defense, you have a real stall Pokemon made for you. Now, if you're a person that likes stalling people out, like using shuckles and, you are Pokemon trolls. You Pokemon trolls out there, Pokemon trainers that are trolls, I see you. This Pokemon is right for you as a Mega Evolution due to the fact that it is very bulky and you can stall Pokemon out very easily. But be careful. Know your Pokemon before you use this. Know your matchups and stuff. Like your Pokemon, your opponent's abilities. Like if your said opponent had Magic Bounce or used Magic Coat, that status and stally type Pokemon, literally, it's going to become useless to you because you're just going to have a Pokemon that just sits there and stalls. But they can still do the damage because you can't inflict the status on them, but they can inflict the bounce your status back onto you. So yeah, be careful. Now, making the list at number 8, we've got Mega Beignet. Now, the main reason why this Pokemon has made the main reason why this Mega Evolution made the list it's due to its ability, Prankster. Now, if you Pokemon fans do not know what Prankster is, let me tell you what it is. Prankster is an ability introduced in Generation 5 that give priority to status moves such as Thunder Wave, Will-O-Wisp, Toxic, meaning they will attack, it will basically be used before an attack or your opponent. So you literally got a Pokemon that can inflict status, so you got another Ordinal-like Pokemon. But like Ordinal, it has a downfall that if the Pokemon has Magic Bounce or knows Magic Coat, that can be very bad for you. But if said that tactics fail, if it Mega Evolves and you can't use Toxic or Will-O-Wisp, Mega Beignet usually benefits with Will-O-Wisp. But if it doesn't benefit, then you have an increased attack stat from base 115 to a staggering base 165. Now, that is pretty terrifying. You've got a very, very powerful Mega Evolution that does damage. Like, fuck. Help me. Now, moving on. Moving on to number 7, we got Mega Sableye. Like, what? Why Mega Sableye this slow? Hear me out. Okay, this was a tough call between Sableye and Absol, because they both have Magic Bounce. But I picked Mega Sableye for this reason, that it can tank hits due to its increased defense and special defense after Mega Evolution. And you know what? It's freaking cool. It has a gem. Like, do you not see that gem it's holding? Like, whoa. Now, if I was building a sort of competitive build, I would give it like a plus defense nature. Probably like a plus defense minus speed nature. I don't know what nature that is, but you Pokemon fans who are competitive minded can probably figure that one out. Now, quickly moving on to number 6, we got Mega Medicham. Mega Medicham will probably be excluded from most top 10 lists. But I personally feel that this Pokemon is really underrated. I mean, I've personally never done a competitive battle in my life, so I don't know much about competitive battling, but if I was, I'd be like frigging overjoyed due to the fact that this Pokemon has an ability called Pure Power. Now, Pure Power is a very confusing ability, which I'll probably make another video going over some facts about Pokemon probably make another video going over some misconceptions in Pokemon. But Pure Power doubles the attack stat, but not its base stat, but its actual attack stat itself. So if you go into its summary, whatever its attack stat is, that will be doubled. Now, if that is staggeringly high, I am going to be pretty scared. Now, what I mean by, if let's say I bred the perfect EV trained attack boosting nature Medicham that has an attack of, let's say, 328. Now, if it was Pure Power boosted, it would have an attack stat of 656. Like, oh my god, that's terrifying. That will literally one-shot most of my team. If it's not built correctly, that's enough to destroy me. But even still, looking at its base stats, its base 100 attack and speed after Mega Evolution. Oh my god, I don't know what's wrong with me today. And also, Mega Medicham, after evolution, has a base attack and speed of 100. And like, it has a base stat that high, and it has pure power that boosts its already high attack stat. I'm like, oh freaking hell, you got a very powerful Pokemon out there. And also, the move pool is very diverse. It can learn all the punches. It got Zen Headbutt. It's crazy. It's superpower. You can learn anything. It's crazy. And you better watch out. And now we're going to say close to this Pokemon. We're going to say bye-bye to Mega Medicham. And we're going to say hello to our number 5 spot, Mega Pidgeot. Now, hear me out. This Pokemon plays solo. I have more better Pokemon that are coming up after this, but I personally feel that this Pokemon goes here pretty well. And let me say why. No, if you ever played Pokemon in competitive play, or when I say I didn't play Pokemon competitively, I lied. I play Pokemon Showdown. Does that count competitively? I don't play VGC or something. I'm pretty bad at making Pokemon, but if anyone has played competitive Pokemon, you know how scary it is when a Mega Pidgeot... you know how scary it is when a Pidgeot evolves. It evolves to make basically No God Hurricane. Pretty terrifying. And with its ridiculously high special attack, and it's really quick, you're probably gonna be losing a few Pokemon before you take this one out. And let me tell you really want to use Mega Ordino to get some sort of status on it, and then try and Thunder Punch or Thunderbolt or Thunder or Freeze, whatever, or burn it with Mega Beignet before it does anything. Actually, a burn would be very useless. I would say Toxic it before it does something. Best chance of taking it out like that. Now, moving on to number 4, we got Mega Altaria. Now this dragon flying type makes the list so high due to this dragon flying type makes the list so high due to when it mega evolves, it turns into a dragon fairy type, which can help wall out some nasty dragon threats such as Garchomp and Mega Salamence. Now, to me, I prefer this over like any other Pokemon, because before, like when it wasn't Mega Evolved, it had a 4 times weakness. It was quad weak to Ice types. So Ice Beams, Ice Punch, Icy Wind, Ice Ball, any ice moves, or even a return from a Mega Glalie. Quad effective, meaning will take 4 times the damage, and to my knowledge, it has a pretty high chance of one-shotting my Pokemon. Now, if it Mega Evolves, I have more chance of surviving said attack because it's only 2 times effective. But I still wouldn't keep it out against an Ice-type Pokemon, or someone that has the potential to know Ice-type moves. But also, the fact that it has changes in attack and special attack after Mega Evolution, it's like, whoa. And its boost in defense means that it can take some special attack. So it can take that one Ice Punch from a Swampert. It can bulk that one attack and then do some damage before it dies, or you can switch it out. But you know what? I wouldn't take that risk if I was you. Now moving on to the top three, and at number three we got Mega Sharpedo. Do I have to say much about this Pokemon? Do I really? If you ever had one used against you, or you've used one, you know its tactics. When he sets up a few speed boosts before it Mega Evolves, it's pretty similar to Mega Pidgeot that is going to take out a few Pokemon. The Mega Pidgeot, I should have said it could be used as a special sweeper. But on the other hand, Mega Sharpedo can be used as a physical sweeper. Now, if you're building a team, you have one physical sweeper and one special sweeper. Now, I'd be pretty confused on which one I would use as a physical or special sweeper, because these two Pokemon, Pidgeot and Sharpedo, are good at both. It's totally up to you, but when it Mega Evolves, it gains the ability Strong Jaw. Plus, it's already ridiculous attacks. That means your Pokemon is taking a lot of damage for getting one-shotted. So yeah, but the only weakness of this Pokemon is that it's pretty frail. It has an abysmal defense and special defense. So you gotta be literally praying to God or not get critted from a super. But be praying to God that you survive at least one hit, because you need at least two to guarantee you can sweep a lot of Pokemon. You need at least two speed boosts, so you can protect one and you have to be able to tank another. You just gotta pray. It has to survive at least one hit, but I pretty much doubt that it can. But moving on to number 2, we got Mega Lucario. Oh lord, this Pokemon is insane. Now looking at this Pokemon's stats, you have an already high attack and special attack Pokemon. Now, if it Mega Evolves, it increases dramatically, and it's pretty scary. Now, because of its high attack or special attack, it can be used as both physical attacker, or it can be used as a special attacker, because it also learns moves like Swords Dance, Bulk Up, Calm Mind. Now, its move pool is pretty diverse, so it can learn both special and physical. And if you want to make a physical set, you can use Swords Dance, or you can use Bulk Up for defense as well. I would personally take Bulk Up, as it's less terrifying. I mean, it's less risky if you pick Calm Mind. Also, you got moves like Flash Cannon to back you up. Flash Cannon, Aura Sphere, Dragon Pulse. You've got a lot of potential moves that can deal a lot of damage. Now, when it Mega Evolves, it gains the ability called Adaptability. Mega Beedrill also has it, but Mega Beedrill's not that great of a Pokemon to use it with, and stat-wise it's worse. So that's why I didn't include it. Adaptability... Basically, Adaptability boosts stab moves. Basically, Adaptability boosts stab to ×2. So basically, to make it quad effective. And if a Pokemon's like Dancy takes a Flash Cannon, would it make it ×8 effective? Wow, there's some weird questions here. If you know any of the answers to these questions I've asked in the video, please leave it in the comment section below. Now, we have gone over 9 Mega Evolutions. we had Mega Venusaur at number 10, Mega Audino at number 9. At number 8, we got Mega Beignet. At number 7, we had Mega Sableye. Number 6, we had Medicham. Number 5, Pidgeot. Number 4, Altaria. Number 3, Sharpedo. And number 2, we had Lucario. But the all-important number 1 is Mega Gardevoir. I pretty much love Gardevoir since it was introduced in Generation 3. Now in Generation 3, I did not know much about Pokemon battling. But I just loved Gardevoir. I don't know why. I was just obsessed with it. Every generation of Pokemon there is, I had to have a Gardevoir. I literally went out to the route that I knew had a Ralts or a Kirlia available, and I caught a Ralts or a Kirlia, making sure it's a female and it's modest. Okay, the modest part I didn't really care about. I had to have one. But oh boy, this Pokemon has a ridiculous special attack stat. Plus his dual typing of Psychic and Fairy means that it gains a whopping, due to its dual typing Psychic and Fairy, there's a pretty much 2 very, very powerful typings in all. But if anyone uses a Mega Gardevoir knows that you would never ever use Moonblast. Why? Because as soon as it Mega Evolves, it learns Pixel. As soon as it Mega Evolves, it gains the ability to Pixelate. So any normal type moves get changed to Fairy type moves. And I think it's a multiplier, so 0.45. Basically, I would use Hyper Voice. Basically, it bypasses Substitute. It's Stab. It has much more base power than Moonblast, boosted by Pixelate, and the special attack boosting nature of Gardevoir, if used it competitively. Yeah, you have a pretty much scary Pokemon to deal with. Now, if I was you, I would keep a Steel type. I would keep a Steel type if you know someone's gonna bring a Mega Gardevoir with them, and it will pack a punch. Now, that's it for this episode. If you want to leave a comment, that's it for this episode. Please leave a comment, and that's it for this episode. That's it for this episode. If you want to leave a like down below in this video and leave a comment on how I can improve, or if you have any answers to the questions I've asked in this video, please leave it in the comment section below. Rate, comment, subscribe, please. I'd like to gain popularity. I want to someday meet these popular YouTube PokeTubers like Patters, Game Boy Luke, Nappy, the Heated Mo. I'm like, they're so cool. I inspire. I love Patters. He's like my PokeTuber role model. I tend to be like, I wish I was him, or gain guidance under him, shall I say. Now, I make videos on twice weekly. Now, stay tuned, because I've got a Pokemon Soul Silver randomizer Nuzlocke in the description below. I've also got a Pokemon Pearl randomizer Nuzlocke in the description below. See you next time. Bye.